Class of Mundos. Hi everybody, it's Mr. B. Today we're going to talk about a couple of two-dimensional shapes. And what two-dimensional shapes means is that a shape that's flat. So for this you're going to need these attributes here, these little circles. And we're going to get out a couple of shapes here. I want everybody to get out a circle. And let's do this. Let's do this here. We're going to start with a circle here. Now, I can see here. All right. So get out a circle. And so you get out a circle and a square. And there are different ones in there. You can get out any ones you want. Or you can get out more than one, right? We've got circles. And we've got a square. We're going to start with the circle. Okay? Now, I'm going to do my best to draw a circle right here. Huh? That's a circle, right? You could take your circle and put it down on a piece of paper and trace around it if you like. Whoopsie. Do the best you can. You can trace around your circles, right? It'll come up something like that. Let's take a look at our circles. What can you tell me about a circle, right? Circles can be big or small, but they're still circles. Well, one thing I notice about a circle is it doesn't have any corners, does it? There's no corners on a circle. And you might say that a circle is round, isn't it? It's round. It's a circle. It's a perfect circle too, isn't it? It's perfectly round. There's no straight parts. It's all just round, right? Now, let's get out a square. Let's get a piece of paper. Maybe we could draw a square here. Hold that thought. Okay, so I've got my square out here, and I'm going to draw a square. Let's think about what are some things that we notice about a square. What are some things that you notice about a square? How is it the same as a circle, and how is it different? Well, a square has some straight lines, doesn't it? A square has straight lines, and it's got corners, doesn't it? How many corners does a square have? 1, 2, 3, and 4, doesn't it? It has 4 corners. And how many straight lines does it have? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do you notice the amount of corners and the amount of lines are the same? Now, there's one more thing about squares that are very important. All of the sides, or all of the lines, are the same length, aren't they? All of the sides are the same length. That's as long as that, and that's as long as that, and as long as that, right? When we talk about rectangles, we'll see that they're kind of like squares, but they're different. Today we're going to concentrate just on circles and squares. All right, everybody, get out your Santa Claus little Christmas picture here. You should have one. And we're going to start by looking for some circles. And we're going to color all of the circles yellow. So get out a yellow crayon. If you don't have some crayons, message me, okay? And I'll try to get you a box of crayons up to the office. Now, my wife's having a baby, and we're in the hospital right now, so I won't be able to get them to you till early next week. But if you don't have a yellow, just message me back and say, Mr. B, I need a box of crayons, and I'll see if I can get you a box, okay? But if you do have your yellow crayon, and you got your Santa Claus up, let's go ahead and see if we can find some circles. Let's see. Is this a circle? No, let's look around here. Well, here's a circle, and you've got better circles than I do, don't you? I'm going to color that yellow up there. That's a circle, isn't it? Let's see. Do we see any circles here? No. Oh, right here's a circle. Oh, I'm going to color that in yellow. Yeah, I'm not going to color very well because I'm doing this on the computer, but you get the idea. We'll color this one in yellow. There we go. It's got yellow eyes, doesn't it? Yeah. You color your eyes in yellow too? Let's look down. Keep looking. Do you see any circles? No, not yet. Now this you might think is a circle. But let's take a look at this shape. Remember how I said that circles are the same all the way around, right? It's not a stretched out circle or a long circle. That's called an oval. We're not looking for that today. We're looking for only circles that are perfectly round. And if you see this guy right here, this is kind of long and short here, and then it gets long and short. It's like a circle, but it's stretched out. That's more of what we would call an oval. And we'll talk about that another day, okay? We're not talking about that today. We're looking for perfectly round. And while this is close, this is not perfectly round. That's an oval. So let's move down here. Do you see any circles here? No. Let's go over here. Whoopsie! Here's a circle, isn't it? Let's color this one in yellow too. And that's a circle. Yeah. Color it yellow. And if you can't keep up with me, that's okay. You can stop the video and I'll leave the picture of this up at the end. Let's look for more circles. Oh, here's one, isn't it? Perfectly round circle. Yeah. Color that one in yellow. It's a circle. Color the best I can. Not very good. All right, we want that one colored in. Let's keep moving up here. Oh, here's a circle, isn't it? Yeah. Let's color that one in yellow. Coloring, 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 coloring. And let's move up here. Oh, well, this is round, isn't it? Or this is got some curves on it, doesn't it? It's kind of round, but you see how it's long and round? It's not perfectly round, is it? It's like a stretched out circle. That's not a circle. That's an oval. That's an oval. Yeah, let's move down. Let's see. Oh, here's a circle. Let's color it in yellow. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Color that in. Yeah. Let's keep moving down, 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 down. Oh, here's one, isn't there? Color that one in yellow. Oh, it's so pretty. It's getting prettier, isn't it? Now, the way Mr. B colors, it's not very pretty, is it? And let's keep moving down. Do we see any more circles? Here's a circle. Yeah. Here's a circle. And we'll color that one in yellow. Very, very nice. Now we're going to move on to finding squares. And remember what we talked about, squares, right? Whoops, that's not a square. That's a rectangle, Mr. B. Squares have 4 corners, right? And all the lines are the same length. And it's got 4 edges, doesn't it? Or 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all those lines are the same length. If you look at this, this is not a square. See how these are short here on the ends and these are long? Those are not all the same size. That's a rectangle. We're going to talk about that later. We're talking about just a square today. Squares have the same size. So get your orange crayon and we're going to look for some squares. Okay? So let's start at the top over here. Let's see. Well, it has 4 corners and 4 sides, but it's got 2 short sides and 2 long sides. That's not a square, is it? That's a rectangle. Let's keep moving down. Oh, there's another rectangle. It's not a square. Ooh, look, these are squares, aren't they? Huh? There's a square and there's a square. Let's color all this orange. Let's color this outside orange. We're going to color these oranges. They're squares. Color the best you can. Yeah, that's a square there, isn't it? Oh, that's not very good coloring, Mr. B. That's the best I can do, though. There we go. And let's keep moving down. Let's see. Well, there's 4 sides and 4 corners, but you see how 2 long and 2 short? That's a rectangle. That's not a square, but look right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are all the same size, isn't it? That's a square, isn't it? Let's color that one in orange. Orange, orange, orange. There we go. Now let's keep going down. Ooh, well, that's close, isn't it? But that's a rectangle. Here's a square, isn't it? Now this is going to be tricky, okay? Because this is... Oh, wait a minute. I missed some circles, didn't I? Whoopsie. Okay, get out your yellow crayon. We missed some. Maybe you caught it, but Mr. B didn't. We got to color this in yellow here. That's a circle. And that's a circle too, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's better. We do have a square here, don't we? But we have some triangles in the middle. We don't want to color those. So we're going to color the inside of this square, but don't color this part, okay? Because we're going to color that in later. You're going to have to go around that. So we're going to kind of color around this orange. And you guys will probably do better than I am. All right, I'm going to color this one. Let's pop. I've got this square here and this square, and I started working on this square down here. And this is what I want it to look like. So this is supposed to be the color orange, and you're coloring your squares orange and your circles yellow. And this is kind of difficult to do here. Next week I'll be back at the big board, so it'll be better. So, this is not a square, is it? No, it's more like a rectangle. It's got 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So right now your picture should look a little bit like this, right? We talked about squares and we talked about circles today. And I'm going to go ahead and make mine a little better here because I got a little messy right here, didn't I? Oh my goodness gracious. By the end of today's lesson, you should have colored all of the circles yellow and all of the squares orange. Tomorrow we'll talk about triangles and rectangles, okay? And we'll finish up our picture using triangles and rectangles. All right, everybody. I hope you had fun. Today we talked about circles and squares, didn't we? All right. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.